to the year, if it does close closer to the yearly high, now it sets a different dynamics, meaning that everything now changes. Wanidwa. Wanidwa. Can you hear me? You know, when you attend this Zoom, and you make sure that she's not resting her head on your shoulder, my brother. You need to focus. Because you will miss things. Make sure you're not caressed in this situation, because if your mind is divided, my brother, you must make sure. You must make sure. So do you hear me? Do you hear me? And do you seriously understand everything? How many of you in here don't know how to play chess? Guys, how many of you in here don't know how to play chess? How many of you don't know how to play chess? And how many of you in here don't know the rules of chess? You don't know still learning it from a friend, right? When it comes to chess, who do you play? How does chess work? I want to like this is a sermon, guys. A sermon, you build up to the juicy part. You don't just jump into the sermon and be like, hey, you come nice. With the sermon, you come like coming. Make sure that your mind is clean, guys. I know. When it comes to chess, there are certain ways, man. Everything that you do, right? So when it comes to chess, it's very important to understand that you are actually playing an opponent, right? So if you are in a situation where you understand that you are playing an opponent, it means that each and every decision that you make, it should be strategic, isn't it? So meaning that each and every decision you make, it should be strategic. So now, I've been studying a lot about chess. I'm not playing it. Someone might think, hey, Baba, I'm not playing it. I tried, but me and games are not, I'm not good with games per se. Like I'm not Some of the things they require commitment, like even with FIFA, I don't mind losing. I actually enjoy it because like it shows that I'm busy with certain things. I can be like, these guys, some guys, man, they play these things until uh, all of my joysticks are still fresh. The only person who's destroying them is my son. It's destroying my joysticks. So I'll just accept. But again, there are four basic rules when it comes to chess, isn't it? There are four basic rules when it comes to playing chess. You can have many more rules as you want, guys. Not for me. I'm not a rule connoisseur. Did I say it correctly? I'm not a rule connoisseur, right? I'm not Adrian Monk. So okay, it says that for these things, when we're looking at it, there is a person who will make the first moves. In most cases, it's a person with the white things, right? So each and every time, each player, they take turns while playing. So each and every piece, it moves uniquely. It moves in a unique manner, isn't it? And there are two outcomes, either checkmate or a draw. So for example, in order for you to be in a position to play chess properly, like just kind of like enjoy it, you have to firstly understand that this is a game of intellect, basically. It's a game of the brains. It's a game of mind. It's a mind game type of things. Let me put it that way. Basically, like it's something that requires brain activity, isn't it? So now what we are seeing is that we are seeing a reflection of that within the market itself. It's a thinking man's game, isn't it? So we know that chess itself is a thinking man's game. So if trading itself, it's something that requires brain activity, and it's something that actually requires one to do self-examination, especially when it comes to psychological behaviors. When you say psychology, this is not a psychology masterclass. The term psychology itself, what does it actually mean? Mm? Because we have had a lot of people throw in this and say, hey, no, man, your psychology must be in order. Your psychology must be in order. You have to have the right mindset. What is the right mindset? Psychology itself, it's something that has to do more with your behavior and your mind, right? And in most cases, the mind does influence the behavior. So how you think does influence your behavior, isn't it? For example, there has been a certain change within my life in terms of how I think. And my thinking is that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And I truly believe that. And I start to see myself behaving in such a manner because what I am thinking in my mind, what I am thinking, that causes my personal beliefs. And those personal beliefs, once they have roots within your life, they start to occur outwardly. That's why right now we're having Zoom sessions where we actually pray, is because that was something that was already within my mind that actually influenced how I behaved. And the behavior now starts to be reflected within you guys, that because you guys are the ones that are closer to me, you know. Though you don't know me in person, but that's DM. So that means that everything that we are thinking starts to display itself on a public platform, right? So now, if that is the case, that means that we are in a situation where now beliefs come into play, where the mind games, technically, are being played. and we are seeing people behaving. So basically what we are seeing here, it's the behaviors of participants within the market. It's being displayed outwardly. But you don't know them because now they are their behavior is displayed in terms of aggregate. It's aggregated display of behavior. I think I must be a psychologist because this time I just came with it. Someone write it down. I think I'm going to write a book about I'm just playing, guys. Now I'm just having fun, man. So now when we're looking at this, the drop in price itself, obviously, we need to see this. So we have opponents within the market, how the market moves. There's always, everyone has a 10. They had their 10, isn't it? They had their 10. Hmm? They had their 10. Yeah. Trying to have influence within the market. It didn't, okay. So now this is the 10 of the market now, the drop in price, isn't it? So each and every time that when we look at this, we must also look at it in terms of opportunity as well. When it comes to trading and when it comes to us looking at the market itself. So what we'll be looking at, we'll be looking for a drop in price, but yet in the very same light, we will not neglect that there is a reasoning, or there is not even a reasoning, there is a need. There is a need to keep prices within this entire consolidation, because this will itself reflect the probability of resuscitation of the US economy. Right now, it's breathing heavy. It's currently using asthma pump. That is the current state of the US economy. But again, first of all, there must be a sense of detachment between. You must be able to detach. You understand? Okay, now I'm going to bring forth a specific scenario right now. I'm saying that, okay, now the 2008 stock market crash, which started in 2007, but also displayed it started in 2008 itself, but it emerged properly on a public platform during 2008. Do we agree on that? So during that process, do you guys still feeling okay? Or do you need to go eat? Okay. So during that process, what we have seen is that there was a sense of attachment of the stock and the bond market unto the economy, meaning that the stock market is doing well, the economy is doing well. And those trades are still being carried into, they've been carried into after we have seen that, isn't it? After we have seen that, now these things have been carried into. After that, but yet there was a disconnect because they understood that there is a danger in attaching the health of the economy to the bond market and the stock market, because that's what led to the crash. And even the Great Depression, it was that attachment. If you attach something to your economic health, that itself, when that thing fails or when that thing reduces in value, it will cripple your economy, isn't it? Do we agree on that? So after the disconnect between the two, so now the stock, they understood that situation. But right now we have a specific situation. When the dollar was attached to that. So now we have a different situation. What is the dollar attached to? Someone tell me. Because we had that disconnect, right? The attachment was kind of like severed, but it's still like a lingering X, still chilling there, once in a while sending you, oh, I've been thinking about you. That's basically the bond market to the US, I'm busy with other things, but now and then you just get a random text. Yo, I had a dream about you. This is the bond market. So whenever you think about that, think about that. When your ex texts you, think about the bond market. So now we are here in this situation. So now the question is that what is the main one now? Who's the main? Guys, I think you guys are exhausted. Hmm? I'm trying to check for something. Uh, so the first one that we have had is that we have had bonds and stocks, right? There was sense of attachment, right? So the bond market, you know that it's attached to the economy as well. So right now what we are seeing is that we are seeing the same stuff, but now this is more focused or predicated in terms of stocks, right? Are we okay with that? So we have been seeing a strong relationship between stocks and commodities. We have been seeing that a strong relationship between stocks and commodities, which was something that we have seen as well. Back in 2008, what we have seen is that we have seen the stock market and the bond market kind of having the same direction. And once these two are interlinked, meaning that when one crash, all of them are actually affected, isn't it? Now, let us get to looking in terms of looking for things, because when the housing market actually did crash, obviously a lot of companies went under, isn't it? So now when we're looking at this, we say, okay, obviously we see in that part, the reduction in price. Let's see. This ones, we'll see them later, guys. All right. Let's see. So right now, what we're looking at is that now, can we expect a different approach now? Can we see the dissociation between the can we see something like this? Can we see the dissociation between the two? Or are we already within it where we do not see it? Are we already within it? Maybe we do not see it and we're already within. Who knows? Eh? Maybe we are already within, but yet we do not see it. Guys, maybe we are already within, but yet we do not see that there's always a, okay. So now, this ones we will discuss. So for now, let's conclude with this one. For now, we will be looking for a drop in price, probably just to form a yearly low, right? A yearly low, maybe around this area here. maybe around this area here. So after that, like around this area here, let's see, around this area here, or maybe just like roughly around, let's see, this is okay, maybe like